Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the new moon in Aquarius. This reading covers the period from January 24th, the new moon in Aquarius, to February 24th, when we have the new moon in Pisces. This new moon in Aquarius is the perfect time to release and let go of any attachments. And I know that is tough. I am a Cancer, and when we pinch, hold on to something, we really don't want to let go. But it's going to be great for us Cancers. The water bearer is the most detached sign of all, and it confuses some of us, especially water signs, because it's actually an air sign. It's perfect to use this time to ask yourself if you're giving yourself the space to express the true you and your own unique self. Aquarius is a sign that doesn't care much for convention, so express the real you, your kinky, quirky, funky bits, everything, your weird bits and all. Harness the power of the new moon to come up with a new invention or a creative solution to any problems you might be having. The Aquarius energy helps us to look forward to the future and see what's coming next. It's also a very fashion-forward sign, so go through your closets, throw out stuff that no longer fits or that you don't like or that doesn't bring you joy, okay? Or buy something new that's sort of an expression of who you are. All right, it also rules technology and progress, so if you've been in a rut, it's a really great time to make the changes that you've really needed to make. It's time to get out and be social, be funny, enjoy relating to bigger groups of people. It's also a humanitarian sign, so give back a little more than you'd usually do, although Cancers, remember, don't overgive, right? So it's very good to be humanitarian and to give, but make sure that you're also receiving and that you're not draining those cups, because I know a lot of us have been and still are, okay? And so it's something to really pay attention to, all right? But make sure you're checking in with your friends and your family, okay? And try to be a little bit more social. I know some of us aren't at the most social, but you know, it's a really good time to do that. The new moon spread that I'm about to do is going to help you identify your intentions, show you how to cultivate and eventually manifest those intentions by the time we have the full moon in Leo or by the time we have the next new moon in Pisces. All right, my dearest fellow Cancers, I love you guys so much, all the love and support that you give this channel. As a fellow Cancer, it just means the world to me. It's very humbling. So I'm just going to ask that while I'm doing this reading, you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that bell. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. We're going to ask our angels, our ancestors, our loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides, what messages do you guys have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What messages do you have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Whoops, there we go. What messages do you have for Cancer? Let's go ahead and see, Cancers. What is going on? What is in store for us for this Aquarius season? 5 of Wands, Judgment, 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 8 of Swords. All right, Cancers. So we have Cancer energy coming out here with the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, obviously you guys have Cancer in your chart, or you're dealing with somebody with water signs in their chart or that are exhibiting these qualities. The King of Cups is the best dad, the best nurturer, the best leader. He's somebody who has really developed his intuition and his psychic abilities. He's somebody who's very comfortable at home on his throne. He's nurturing, he's loving, he's caring, he's creative, he's a visionary, poet, musician, artist, you name it. Really awesome, beautiful, nurturing energy. He's also somebody who's very generous and very kind. And although we see a male on this card, remember we all have masculine and feminine energies. So it could represent a masculine energy in your life, or it could just represent the masculine side that you have within. We have underneath him the Tower, which is a complete change, a sudden change. It could be, you separating from, realizing that, maybe, materialism in the 3D, just, realizing that that's not important to you anymore. It could be, the breakup of a relationship. It could be the loss of a person. It could be you deciding, what, I can't do this anymore. I can't, you know, I have these self-destructive behaviors, or I have these toxic relationships, which I'm kind of seeing, Cancer, in your surroundings where you are right now, that you might have some toxic relationships that you're involved in, and realizing that it just can't go on. The foundation, whatever this relationship was built on, or this behavior pattern or what have you, isn't healthy, isn't strong enough, and it needs to come down. Underneath that, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. This is all about your wish fulfillment. We see that coming out there. You need to really go after your 9th cup. You need to go after what it is that you want, all right? And maybe it's a healthier lifestyle, maybe it's a healthier relationship, maybe it's getting away from a toxic relationship or person, okay? But the 10 of Cups is the ultimate fulfillment, happiness, and joy. Happy family, happy relationship, happy single person who's happy with themselves, who they are, okay? But they just find joy and abundance all around them. They see it all around them. They have it within. So that's what they exude, and that's how they see the world. But it's in reverse, that there's something missing here. And it's like, because I think some of us aren't being true to what makes us really happy. Focus on what makes your soul smile, okay? And the negatives will drop away. Whoa. Underneath that, we have the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like some of you guys are feeling a little bit depressed, a little bit stressed, because you have put in a lot of time, energy, money, resources, you name it, into a relationship, into a job, into a person, into healing a person, healing yourselves, whatever it is you're trying to manifest, or whatever it is you're trying to nurture and that you love, and it's just not happening. And it might be time to sort of reevaluate and see if it's something that you're going to continue to invest in. Because then there we have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is kind of like defeat. It's giving up. I feel like you guys are feeling tired. I think you guys are ready, or we are ready to give up on someone or something, okay, that we have invested quite a lot of time and energy into. And I do get with the 9 of Cups, it can be a little bit of excess. And I've seen it sort of twice in this reading. I see it here and with the 10 of Cups in reverse. And if any of you guys are dealing with anybody, including yourselves, no judgment on this side, but like over drinking or drug addicts or something like that. The King of Cups is also all about, you know, when you love somebody, you have to stop enabling them and making that decision, because I feel like you guys are quite imbalanced at this time. Because where you guys are right now, or where we are right now, this 5 of Wands, this is Aries, Leo, Sag energy, and it's in the upright, it's kind of like healthy competition. It can be sort of being attacked left and right. Some of you might have been receiving psychic attacks. That might just be for 1 or 2 of you. But the 5 of Wands in reverse is like you have unhealthy relationships, or you're in an unhealthy environment. Okay, and that's part of the reason I think why, you know, I keep seeing this. You know, the King of Cups is kind of like tough love. Some of you might have children, or you might have partners, or you might have somebody that isn't pulling their weight in a relationship, and it might be time to ask them to leave, right? Or you might be in a situation, you know, where, you know, people, you know, you might be, it could be a love relationship, it could be a job, it could be anything. But if it's not for your highest good, you know, it's time to sort of make that assessment, and with all the love and the gratitude in the world, walk away from it, okay? What's blocking you is the Judgment card. You know, the Judgment card is like in the upright, it's all about answering your call. It's all about being able to ascend. It's spiritual enlightenment. It's about getting that raise. It's about being able to, you know, make repairs on your house. And I feel like you've been giving someone or something too many chances, and you're not able to do what you need to do. All right, you might be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't pull their weight, or it might be one of your children, or whatever it might be, whatever this sort of toxic environment, Cancer, that you're in. I feel like it's really depleting your resources and your energy, and, you know, and now it's like you don't have what you need to get yourself on track. You know, and I mean, you guys, a lot of you listened to, you know, I did a bonus reading for Cancers because you guys showed so much support to my channel this month. You know, and a lot of it was like, it was an intense reading. It was like, and I hate being negative and, you know, whatever, but it was like, seriously, get away from this person. And I feel like this Aquarius season, you know, remember the Aquarius new moon is the best new moon to set your intentions, but really the importance of getting out of these toxic relationships. Stop carrying the dead weight overgiving. We are caretakers. We do it all the time. I do it myself. You know, so this is a message just as much for me as it is for you guys. But, you know, the King of Cups, he knows how to love, and he knows nurturing love, tender love, TLC, but he also knows when it's time to, you know, to put on the brakes, and sometimes tough love. Sometimes when we love someone so much, you know, that we don't realize the hurt that we're doing by enabling them. And it doesn't matter if they're drug addicts or alcoholics or not. You know, it's just like, you know, somebody who might just be codependent, you know, and we might be slightly codependent as well, but like the importance of like loving yourself enough and loving them enough to say no and to get out of the situation, okay? And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic situation. It doesn't even have to be a love situation. It can be your job. It can be your living arrangement, all right? The intentions that you need to set, we have the Three of Wands. Again, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. And the Three of Wands is all about growth and expansion, and it's all about waiting for your ships to come in. And I feel like, you know, Cancer, a lot of us have been almost feel like we're in victim mode, you know what I mean? Like I've been trying and trying, and I want this person to meet me halfway, or I want things to change, or it would be nice if you asked me, you know, what you could do to help out, or, you know, somehow give me a little bit of a break, because I feel like a lot of my Cancers out there are feeling a little bit inundated, a little suffocated, and they're not getting the help that they need, or, you know, they're not getting the reciprocation that they need, whether it's in a job or a relationship. And the Three of Wands is like, all right, it's time to sort of go back to planning, right? Because the Ace of Wands is all about that spark and that fire in your belly, and this is what I want to do. And then the Two of Wands is like, you know, the man's usually holding that globe in his hand, and he's looking out from his castle, and he's like, I can go in any direction. But you have to sort of leave behind whatever it is that's blocking you. All right, this Judgment in reverse, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, whether it's, you know, whether it's your own self-destructive behavior, it needs to be left behind. So then you can also see the world is your oyster. You have infinite possibilities. Now all you have to do is decide which way, where do you want to go, left or right, up or down, Cancer, because you can. All right, and set that intention. You want growth and you want expansion, but you need to sort of go back to that planning stage. You need to go back and make sure you see that you're not stuck. And I've said this a million times in my readings recently. You're not stuck until you tell yourself you're stuck, right? So you can unstuck yourselves. All right, we can unstuck ourselves. All right, and we can go, and and the world is our oyster, and we have so many possibilities. All right, so the information that you need to help cultivate your intentions, it's the Nine of Cups. What is it you desire? Figure that out, write it down, pray, set your intentions. Again, this Aquarius new moon is the perfect time to do that, and be honest with yourselves, because there's a very good chance it's going to happen. Okay, so make sure that it's not something frivolous, and make sure that it's actually what you want. Okay, but really figure out, Cancer, what is it you want? What is it you need? What is, you know, because if we don't know, then, you know, how do we expect it to come to us? And it can't be, I know I don't want this person. It can't be like the negative things. What is it you want? Visualize it, imagine it, write it down, do your vision boards, whatever it is that you feel like will work for you. All right, and figure that out, because your wish fulfillment is the most important thing, Cancer. We are the most important things, right? Not other people. And now is really this new time of Aquarius to stop taking care of everyone else and really start taking care of Cancer. All right, the positive energy that's going to emerge during this phase, this is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is like two people that are trapped in the same room or sleep in the same bed back to back, that don't hug, that don't kiss, that don't talk to each other, that both just wish they weren't where they are. All right, and the Eight of Swords here is, you know, is that it's like that separation. It's also something, it's all about being stuck. What I said earlier, you know, it's, you're not stuck until you tell yourself you're stuck. You know, and I feel like the energy that's going to come from this is, I always see Cancer as this feminine energy, right? And finally turning her back, walking away from what no longer serves her, whether it's a partner, whether this represents her partner, whether it represents her job, whether it's self-destructive behavior, whatever, toxic environment. And I feel like it's not a traditional read on the Eight of Swords, which is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, but it's actually kind of like, what can be positive about this is she walks away. she realizes, you know, she's sort of gotten out of her head and gotten out of this sort of toxicity that's all around her, you know, because you get stuck in the details and you can't quite see the big picture. And she's like, oh, you know, yeah, I got this. These swords don't really have me trapped. I have me trapped, you know, and it's time for me to, you know, time for me to detach. That's what Aquarius season is all about. Additional messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The Thinking Man, 46, that's a 10, so 10s are all about completion. I think, Cancer, it's really important here that you strategize how you're going to make these changes, how you're going to walk away, how you're going to get out of this situation. All right, and I also do really like, you know, this person, the Thinking Man, is somebody who is, you know, very sort of detail-oriented. He's very, very, very consumed with what's in his hand. So it is also really important you pay attention to the details. Okay, figure out, strategize how you're gonna, what your next move is, where you're gonna go, and also what is it that's important to you? What is it that you love? All right, what is your wish fulfillment? But then also the importance of seeing the, you know, seeing the big picture. All right. All right, here we have envy. Yep, but I do feel like this is more your environment, that sort of the toxicity that's around you. For some of you, I feel like, you know, we haven't been, we've gotten into a state of victimhood where, you know, we're starting to envy people who are free, or people who don't have all these responsibilities, or people who aren't in these relationships. And I'm not accusing you, my loves, my Cancers, because I do it too. You know, when all of a sudden it seems like, why is all of this happening to me? Or why am I in this situation? Or why me, right? And it's like, and I notice that because I start envying other people, like people who are really happy, you know, or people who, you know, have enough money to go there or do this or do that or whatever. And that's like, that's something that is like the first red flag for me to like, whoa, pull back, balance, you know, fix yourself, get your shit together. But again, there might also be people who are quite envious of you as well. All right, or you might be with a partner who's envious if you guys have been doing a lot of work, and I know you guys have been doing a lot of your shadow work and like raising your vibration. And sometimes, you know, if you're with somebody, romantically or not, and they're not doing the same thing, that's a real trigger for them. And they see you doing the work and becoming healthier and more balanced, you know, then, you know, that can trigger them because they're not on that same path. You know, if they're not on the path to growth and you are, you know, in that relationship, whether it's between you and your parents, whether it's between you and your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend, or, you know, your friends, or you at your job, or what have you. All right, the Angel of Balance, 48 breaks down to a 12, which breaks down to a 3. It's about growth and expansion. You've got to be able, you've got to find balance here. Again, most of my Cancers, I know you guys are overgiving, okay? You know, and the 5 of Wands, and just the Spirit's asking me to go back to the 5 of Wands being in reverse really also takes us back to one of the other happiest cards in the deck, which is the 4 of Wands. And that can be your 1111 soulmate card, but that can also be happy family, happy relationship, domestic bliss, and that sort of thing, and that stability. And I know, like, that's why I'm like feeling like this really has to do with, you know, your guys' home and your relationship. Like something's out of balance. You know, and there's something that like toxic that's going on and that needs to be fixed. All right. And for a lot of you, it's a relationship. I mean, it's a lot of you, it's like a marriage or a long-term relationship, or, you know, it could be with a child as well. All right. And then we have the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. I love that because we have another 4 there coming out, showing us, you know, that, you know, stability is really important. Also the importance of activating the 3rd eye chakra, being able to use your intuition, see the big picture, Cancer. All right, be able to see what's going on in your life and what it is that you need to do. And also that right now is an amazing time. You know, you're going to be receiving loads of downloads, loads of psychic images, messages, you know, so really the importance of, you know, tuning into that as well, because that's going to really help you on this journey. Remember the King of Cups, he is very psychic and very intuitive, you know, and for some of you, you might be having 3rd eye activations. Or some of you, if you do energy work, to please go and check, excuse me, please go and check how you can balance and open the third eye. All right, 41, we have self-discipline. This is another 5 coming out. 41 breaks down to a 5. Okay, so again, for some of you, you know, it's the importance of, you know, finding and being self-disciplined, right? For some of you, you're definitely enabling someone or enabling somebody. You're giving your power away to somebody, I feel like. Or you've decided not to. It could also be in the past, and now that Aquarius season is coming, that this is you sort of dealing with the aftermath of it. Remember 5s are about conflict, they're about change. We have this green energy, which is your heart chakra. Even, you know, again, the King of Cups, he's very disciplined. Even if he loves someone, he knows when it's time to stop. He knows where to set his boundaries, because he knows if he's depleted, he can't help or take care of anybody else. So more than anything, Cancers, I'm getting that self-discipline is so important. Also for you guys, you know, for us, you know, I think like eating and drinking, taking care of ourselves. For some of us, you know, we might have fallen off the wagon. Maybe someone said, you know, you set New Year's resolutions, they haven't quite gone anywhere. You know, whether that's weight loss or whether that's saving, you know, or whatever. Maybe it's like not being late anymore to work or whatever it might be. You know, that self-discipline, really important. And that's you meeting spirit halfway as well, setting those intentions, prayers, whatever it might be, and then you taking those steps. All right, and then we have forgiveness, 96. Breaks down to a 15, which breaks down to a 6, which is all about love. Forgive yourself and forgive others. You've done the best that you can, Cancer. All right, really, really important to forgive yourself and to forgive others. Okay, and if this was a negative relationship, you know, just forgive. If you're leaving someone or you've left someone, forgive them, thank them for the opportunity to learn a lesson. Hopefully you don't ever have to learn that lesson again, and you guys can move onward and upward, okay? But then also forgive yourself, but then forgive others, because others also do the best that they can. And you know, the only thing we can change is ourselves. We can't change other people. You know, so if you're on your path to growth and movement and somebody else isn't on that path, I mean, you can introduce them to some ideas or some information. You can try, but ultimately you are only responsible for you when it comes to spiritual growth. Receptivity, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. What do I know, Cancer? This is a number 3 card. I love it. But yes, Cancer, I mean, I knew that card was going to come out, or one very similar to it. Balance, giving and receiving, right? We're overgivers. We're constantly overgiving. You know, it's like the downfall of the sweet Cancer, but we're not doing ourselves or anybody any favors if we're not receiving, right? We're just becoming depleted. All right, and Song of the Siren, the call, summoning, voice to acknowledge. Again, acknowledge that. Acknowledge that nobody's perfect, that you're not perfect. Again, we can repair the past and we can heal the present. Send out unconditional love, forgive yourself and forgive others, no matter what's happened. Okay? And be open to receiving, to balancing your life, to getting what it is you deserve, getting what you put out. All right, and the importance here, you know, I feel like there are some toxic energies around my dear Cancers, and it's going to be tough. You know, it takes self-discipline, you know, and it's hard to leave, whether it's an abusive situation or somebody, you know, who's just taking and taking and taking from you, but you love that person. Believe me, I know. You know, and the call, the summoning, the voice to acknowledge, again, that works so well. I love how it works with the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron, you know, to really answer your higher calling. That Judgment card in reverse was like, you're not able to answer your call because right now it's like, I feel like some of you have like a broken wing, or, you know, somebody has thrown a bucket of water on you, or they've taken so much from you that you're not able, you don't have the strength to rise above. You know, and that's like the image I'm getting. Like, I want to go, maybe it's because I accidentally threw water on the rooster yesterday. It was horrible, but I didn't mean to, and I totally miscalculated where I was throwing the water and where he was running to. and he ran right into it. And that's like so hard for them to move after that. They like really can't get wet. And so it was like, I felt so bad. You know, I couldn't figure out, he dried himself off and it's fine. It was really not a big deal, but it's so funny. That's sort of the image I got, but not with a rooster, but with an angel, you know, of like having these wet wings and not having the strength, you know, or feeling despondent or lethargic or tired or, you know, apathetic, because when we've overgiven so much or somebody has taken so much from us, like it's draining. You know, so also being open to other ways of healing, but we've got to do it. Yay, the winged wise ones, angelic help, miraculous aid. I love that because I was just talking about angels. You guys set your intentions, pray, write your intentions down. Send them up into the air like balloons, or burn them, you know, so that, you know, so they go up to the sky. Because this is beautiful. This is, you know, Spirit saying, you know, if you do that with this Aquarius new moon, you know, the angelic help is here. You will receive miraculous aid. This situation is going to resolve itself. You're going to have to be self-disciplined, though, and meet the universe halfway. Really forgive yourself and forgive others. Transmute any of that negative energy into a learning experience so you guys can move onward and upward. Cancers, I love you guys so much. This is kind of like a heavy reading, you know. I still get that image of like a wet chick or a wet angel or a wet rooster, which I saw yesterday, you know, but like it's sad. Like it's like that's how I'm feeling. Like some of you guys are just feeling, and a lot of it has to do with the lunar eclipse that we had in Cancer and this full moon, all the super heavy energy. I don't know about you guys, but it sort of hit me afterwards. And just sort of the sense of lethargy and apathy or what have you. And I hope that's not the case, you know, but I know that I've felt some of that energy. But Spirit's coming in to just say, don't worry, miraculous aid will come. Just keep doing your part. Be self-disciplined. Keep meditating if you meditate. Keep exercising. Keep doing whatever it is you do that can help you bring balance, okay? And make sure that your intuition is operating, you know, the way it should be, and that third eye chakra is open, okay? So you can be open to the messages, the signs, the synchronicities, and this miraculous angelic aid that's coming to you at this time. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that bell. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.